Chapter 17. Pondering Gift, Hard Decision Making. Miranda's Point of View. After what seemed like ages, Fred, George, Neville, Harry, and Ron seemed to cheer up Hermione and me. We seemed to forget about our dad being close to death for a while, only because they bought us ice cream and stayed with us to chat casually. If anything, the man was technically my stepdad, but still, I always thought of him as my father since he adopted me. Who I was didn't matter, as long as I was loved and cared for. He had Hermione, his muggle-born daughter, yet somehow he grew to love me as another daughter raised since birth. He and Mom didn't have to adopt me, but they did. They also didn't feel comfortable leaving me abandoned somewhere. At the same time, my birth parents died protecting me when I was little. I can never forget my parents, but I guess it's because I'm a muggle-born like Hermione. Because of this being a part of me, it's how Hermione's parents and my parents knew each other. It pains me to say this, but I barely even remember my parents. But it's because of Hermione's parents that they could tell stories of when they knew them. That's how I keep memories of them alive since I was 6 years old, when they were killed. I only remember so much, but Hermione's parents since then would tell me little stories of the time they knew them. Not to mention that Mom said this past summer that I'm starting to look like my birth mother. I think it's intriguing how similar Hermione and I can be in some aspects. In the end, I only have certain memories of my birth parents, but obviously, one of them is of the day Voldemort killed them. I remember their faces when he shot them with his wand. They said their goodbyes by hugging me tightly and kissing my forehead lightly before he shot them. My mother shielded me from Voldemort, and my father shielded me, both me and my mother. In a way, it was like Harry's mother, Lily, because she shielded Harry to protect him purely from Voldemort. She did it because she loved her son, and did it out of love. Both of my birth parents somehow knew Voldemort was a bad, evil man, and shielded me from him to protect me. Acted out of the power of love. I still don't understand how they were involved with him, or why. I remember both of them saying something after they let me go after hugging. I understood every word they told me softly. They said in unison, "Remember to be strong, and always remember who you are. When you turn 11, you'll receive a letter to go to Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. Don't ever give up, no matter what, and fight for the ones you love. If you find you love one day, keep it and hold on to it dearly. If you don't, you will lose something special and a chance of a lifetime. You are and will grow up to be a beautiful, smart, funny, brave girl with a clever heart. Don't ever forget us, and always remember that we love you with all our heart. Miranda, LeAnn, Parker." I sighed deeply, coming out of my most inner thoughts as Hermione and I were saying goodbye to our friends for now, knowing we needed some time alone. I missed my parents and wished they were alive to see me now as a young witch. Anyway, as Harry was hugging me tightly, I noticed that he glanced at me with concern as I let go. I could tell exactly what he was thinking, and he was worried. I'm not sure if it was because of the present situation or what we talked about earlier. I smiled for reassurance. "Don't worry about us, Harry. We'll be all right. We need a little bit of time to ourselves is all." He nodded his head as he turned to leave and looked puzzled for a moment. "By the way, Miranda, there's something for you and Hermione lying here in the doorway." Hermione and I walked to the doorway as we looked down to see some chocolate in a box, 2 red roses, and a note. After Harry left, I picked them up as Hermione and I went up to sit back on our bed. I picked up the note and read it out loud as I immediately recognized the handwriting. "Dear Miss Parker and Miss Granger, I am deeply sorry about the news of your father and stepfather, as I witnessed it in the hallway earlier. I know this is surprising coming from me. With me being the man that I am, there is a soft, good, caring side. People just judge me, and I respect what they say and what you both say, along with how they think. I know how I act, but Miranda, you know the good, soft, caring, loving side of me. I'm simply showing that I care. I know you think I hate you, Miss Granger, but I also respect you for who you are as a Muggle-born. As a teacher, I'm concerned for you both as I saw you and Miranda hugging each other. I then knew how close you two must be from growing up. The chocolate and roses are a gift to you two to show how sorry I am. Caring, faith, and hope. I hope you two will be okay. From Professor Snape. I looked up at Hermione just as I had finished reading it, and not just she read it, she seemed just as shocked as well. I was starting to not only know or realize that Severus had a good, soft, caring, and loving side, but I didn't think he could be this good. Maybe there really is a part of him that cares in the end, after all. Out of respect, and since he is one of our teachers, I appreciate it, and I can tell that Hermione at least appreciates it as well. But now, I'm starting to become even more confused about how this man is and acts sometimes. He was cruel, evil, cold, and harsh in class, but around me and my friends, like he was today, soft-voiced, passionate, good-hearted, caring, and loving. Is the rest of us trying to be together worth it? I don't know. I sighed to myself, not thinking more deeply about it as I smiled softly. Hermione noticed my soft smile and smiled softly too. She then took a rose and held it in her hand as I did the same. Some time later. Hermione and I spent time talking and also in silence. We enjoyed each other's company, trying to come to terms with the news we had learned. Suddenly, to break the long silence, I told her, "Honestly, Hermione, I'm confused about how Severus acts half of the time. It's like we have these feelings, but I'm still the student and he's the teacher. I don't know if the risk is worth being with him." "Don't worry, I'm confused too. But with being with him, that's the choice only you and him can make. Do you think I should go talk to him?" "That's up to you, Miranda, but if you choose to, make sure to thank him for what he sent." She smiled as I responded, "I guess it's no harm. I think I will." I got up off the bed and looked at her. "Will you be okay? I mean, I'll stay with you. No, it's fine, Miranda. I'll be all right." With her reassurance, I left to go find and see Severus. In a way, I feel like she kind of needed some time to herself anyway after a bit, but didn't want to say anything. Maybe Severus and I should spend time apart to figure this all out. I don't know what to do or much of anything. I can't think straight, and I don't want to go insane. I don't know where Severus was, but maybe he's in his personal room. I knocked on the door and he opened it instantly. I gulped as we stared at each other, and he motioned for me to come in. So I stepped inside and he closed his door and he watched me closely. I could feel my heartbeat starting to rise. I stated, breaking the instant silence. "Hermione and I got the chocolates and the roses, Severus. Thank you for sending them." He smirked a little but quickly faded. "You're welcome. After all, it's the least that I could do under the circumstances I found myself in earlier." We both didn't say anything else but just stared off into the distance. I asked, "Is something the matter, Severus?" "Miranda, there's something I need to talk to you about." "What is it, Severus?" I had a feeling about what it was, even though the timing of it was so horrible. He glanced at me like he was sad, stressed out, and debating something, like he was battling himself to actually say what he was about to tell me. Watching him closely, I saw him take a breath and look away from me. "Look, Miranda, I know the timing is unfortunate, and I don't mean to cause any harm to you. We have both realized how we feel towards one another. There's no denying that this intimate connection that we both seem to form over time. But at the same time, our relationship is too dangerous to continue. If anyone else besides Albus finds out about us, I can possibly get fired or worse for you." My eyes started to water as I walked closer to him, trying to remain calm. "Dumbledore can keep a secret, Severus, and so can my friends. I mean, you know this already. You can't do this or say this to me now." Even though it was plain to see that my blood started to boil, he remained cool and calm. "I know, and like I said, the timing of it all is unfortunate with what you've been going through. Yet this conversation needs to occur. You know this. Despite what we feel, it's too risky, Miranda. I'm aware that Albus and your friends can, but other people cannot. You should understand that by now. I let Albus down once, Miranda, and he has trusted me again. We're putting him in danger too with this. Now he started to get angry too, and as I could see it within him. What is with you? I mean, you confess your feelings, kiss me, admit that you love me or have some strong feelings of a type of love towards me, and end up having sex with me, not to mention that I lost my virginity to you too, and you gave Hermione and me gifts showing that you care. Not to mention you physically hurt me, and I ended up in the hospital. Now you're telling me after all of this, I can't be with you after I find out my stepfather is dying? Tears fell down my cheeks. His expression completely changed. Miranda, he started but stopped from saying another word. Severus started to reach out to put a hand on my cheek, but I was really irritated and rejected his touch in an instant. Don't touch me. I paused for a moment and then asked, do you not understand my point of view on this situation right now, Severus? Miranda, I completely understand, and you don't think that this is hard for me too? I don't mean to put you in this predicament with the news you learned earlier. I apologize deeply for the timing, but we needed to talk about this. Of course I know, but still, you can't do this to me, to us. Not now with all I'm dealing with. I glanced out upon him and leaned closer to kiss his lips, but he pressed his finger as my lips. Instead, he whispered, Miranda, don't. Please. Why not, Severus? You know you want this. He turned his head and walked away to the opposite side of the room. I can't but believe this is happening right now. This cannot be happening to me. Not now. I don't need this. I heard Severus mutter, you have to try and forget about your feelings for me, Miranda. Severus, I can't and I won't. I don't think I can. He walked back over to me as he grabbed my shoulders and looked sternly at me. Yes, you can. I know you can. You're better off with that Potter or some other young boy than me. I can't give you much as an adult twice your age, but he or someone else can give you things that I cannot. I'm only your potions teacher, Miranda. I can't give you the life you desire after you leave here. Severus, I can't and I refuse to do this. I can't simply try and forget my feelings for you, not when they've been increasing for a long time. He grunted. Why are you so damn hard-headed? Why can't you accept the fact that you have to get over me? Because maybe I am hard-headed like you said, Severus. It's not like you, much of a bastard yourself, can move on either. I mean, you can't even move on from Harry's mother, Lily, and accept love. I suddenly snapped at him as I could feel my breathing increasing and my heart racing. He only briefly looked at me with the most devilish eyes that he could possibly give me with his black-colored eyes. Now, the day that he physically hurt me scared me deeply. That look is just as scary. Why, you insolent little brat. I loved Lily my entire life. It's more than I can ever come to love you. I seemed to choke on his words as they entered my heart and broke into pieces. All I could manage to do was to stare at him like a deer. More tears are forming and falling. My lips and teeth are chattering, and my whole body is shaking. I'm so shocked. This hurts. Bad. Neither of us has said anything. We just stared at each other. I think he's starting to realize what he just said to me. I suddenly snapped back. You can go to hell, Severus Snape. You can be the evil bipolar bastard of a potions teacher that you are. I hate you and stay away from me for now. I stormed out of the room crying and slammed the door on the way out, leaving him in despair.